Gary, goal of straw against Shrewsbury, but it wasn't for the want of trying. So much possession and plenty of chances, just couldn't get the back of the net today.
Yeah, similar to Saturday, I thought we had a lot of control, changed the shape and worked on it for 30 minutes yesterday, and the lads were brilliant in how they kind of brought that to the game. The opportunities we created weren't chances, but we got in areas that we then needed another movement in the final third, and that is the bit we need to work on, the bit we need to improve. I think we are controlling games far better, which is allowing us to keep clean sheets, but it's then that final action that we have to work on and get better at. But the players' effort, like I said, to have one training session working on the change of shape and how we wanted the fullbacks to play, I thought we were excellent.
I think it was a 4-4-2, but 4-1-4-1, and we saw at times that Jonathan Grounds was drifting into the centre, which is something he's probably not done too many times. What was the thinking behind that change?
I felt if we went man for man against them, they've won 6 games in a row. They're on the best run in this league for the last 6 games. They are a physical team. They put you under pressure, and I felt like if we matched them up, then it would have been a 50-50 game. I felt like we had to tactically get us some control of the game, and by bringing both full-backs in the pitch, I thought we did that. We wanted to stretch their last line. In fairness to them, in previous games their wing-backs have jumped a lot higher and been a lot more aggressive. I think they came tonight and showed us a lot of respect. I think they were later on in the game taking the point when we were obviously trying to win the game by putting more strikers on. So delighted with how the boys took that on board and how we controlled the game up to that last action. I still feel we can be better there at penetrating the last line with a run, penetrating it with a pass, and that is where we need to work on, and that is where we need to improve to turn this dominance into points.
Handed Kevin McDonald his full debut, and you can certainly tell he's played at a high level. The midfield, a lot of the moves started from him, simply just a cool control and spreading it left or right, and you can see exactly what he brings to this team and why you brought him in.
Yeah, great composure, great awareness, understanding. When the ball comes to him, the game seems to slow down, and he's got time to pick a pass. Very often it's a forward pass. He's not played a lot of football, so for him to get the minutes he got, absolutely delighted with his performance, and I think he's going to be a great help with his performances, but also in showing Harry and showing Archie, Wax, Keggs, his ability to receive and play, and his awareness is something I think they can all learn from.
Harry Kite put him back at right back after he did that on Saturday. Excellent again, and he linked up really well with Josh Key down that right hand side, I thought.
Yeah, it's a position I think that suits him. I think for Harry to come onto the game and have the game in front of him is much better than having him as a midfielder where the pressure is 360 degrees. At this moment in time, I think it's a great role for him because he always gives us energy, he gives us quality with his forward pass, but he doesn't have that need to receive the ball in really tight situations, and I was delighted with him again and the role that he played, and like I said, only working on it for half an hour, the understanding he had was fantastic.
Shrewsbury came into this game having won 6 in a row. They'd scored a lot of late goals, but Gary Woods and the defence didn't really have too much to do today, other than I think they hit the crossbar in the opening, in the first half, but not a lot for the defence to do today. No,
and that's what the possession and the control allows us to do. It allows us to stop teams that are going to load it in your box, and if you give them the ball too often, then they are going to progress up the pitch and put you under pressure. So delighted with that control again defensively, and how we minimised a team that has won 6 games in the bounce and scored a lot of goals. We stopped them, I think, on 1 shot on target for the whole 90 minutes. So that's what the possession does. What we need to use the possession now is use it to our advantage and create more opportunities with it.
I think they forced us out wide a lot of times when we perhaps wanted to play it through the middle or shoot from distance. We weren't able to do that. It's probably credit to Shrewsbury, if you had to give them credit that we weren't able to do that.
Yeah, like I said, the wing backs recently have been much more aggressive, and they stayed much deeper than they've played recently. I felt we could have penetrated that last line with better runs and time in the pass, but I think they showed us a lot of respect in how they approached the game, and they were quite happy with a point at the end.
We spoke about in the build up to this game with Josh Key as well, about St James Park has historically been a fortress. It's 6 games now at home without a win. How much does that concern you?
Not a lot. I think the progress we're making and the process that we are trying to get here, I think you can see that's taking shape. I think it's clear we need to be better in the final third, and the players know that, and we will work on that. But the control that we have of games and that ability to keep clean sheets is a brilliant platform for us to build on. I think also the new players in the building are going to take time. It's not, I've been in here a long time, but the squad is very different because of the signings we made in January. So there's possibly a little bit of that understanding and those connections in the team still gelling and still improving. But in terms of the control that we have and the platform that we're coming from, then I'm really happy. But I think what's clear is what we need to work on, and that is a good thing as a coach, to know exactly what it is rather than trying to work it out.
And I think given the squad depth you have now, it probably allows you to work on those things more. It gives you more opportunities to try different things.
Yeah, it's work on the training pitch. It's recover tomorrow, some work on Thursday, prepare again Friday for another difficult game, another different challenge. See who's ready for that challenge physically, mentally, and pick a team to go and win the game. But like I said, it's when you're a coach and you have that clarity of where we're going and what we need to work on, then it's much easier than watching a game and scratching your head and thinking, I don't see what we're trying to do here. I think it's clear what we're trying to do, and it's clear where we need to improve, and we'll work really hard to do that.
And that next game you mentioned, it's Port Vale away on Saturday. Someone we've already won this season. It's your first away win. It must be looking. Do you look too much into that game back then? Obviously, FA Cup squads change and things like that.
Yeah, I think the squads have changed for both teams. I think it's a different game. The pitch will be different. You have to prepare each game individually in this league. I think we've seen there is no easy games. We have to prepare every game the same, and we will do that for Saturday and be ready to put a team out that is going to fight and give everything like they did tonight to try and win the game.